What's up, beautiful souls? Hey, it's Coach Dana. Thank you guys for stopping by. This is Soul Healings with Dana. Now, I'm going to take you guys back to a couple days ago because I actually posted something for the LGBTQ community in regards to a pick a card. But you guys had more of general questions for me in regards to the blending of your sexuality and spirituality, which I thought was like, wow, okay. So I'm going to tackle these questions so you get a better understanding of like how to handle this, how to navigate through this. And I think, first of all, thank you so much for even trusting in me. A lot of you guys did reach out. If for those of you who do have questions for me and you're not quite comfortable with dropping those questions in the comments, you can always email me at coachdana@yahoo.com. Okay. So I thought it was very important for us to go ahead, hold space for these two very specific questions. I'm actually thrilled and thankful to be the one who addresses these questions for you. Okay, so the first question that came in is, do we choose to be gay before we incarnate into this physical lifetime? Absolutely. Everybody has free will, right? So I chose to be a white female this time around in my life. And I know in previous lifetimes I was man, probably more often than I wanted to be, but everybody has free will. Everybody gets to decide, what gender they're going to be, what race they're going to be, what trials and tribulations are going to show up into their life. Basically, who are the members of your family? But with you're given a lot of options, and really you're working with your spirit guides, your angels, to really get the most, I guess you could say, the best bang for your buck when it comes to being in your physical body here in this physical life. Okay, they want to maximize. You want to be able to maximize the lessons that you learn in this lifetime. So yes, you did. You did, because of the free will aspects that we have. Okay, for some of you guys, I know for a fact that some of you guys have asked me. You said like, why would I choose to be gay? Why would I choose to show up this way? People are rejecting me. People don't like me. I'm this, that, and the other. There's so many questions in regards to that, but really what that comes down to is, part of this could be from a karmic lessons from past lives. Maybe you were the person who stood in judgment. You persecuted other people, and now it's your time to kind of to see it from the other side. Okay. And for some of you guys, you are showing up just to simply teach the world what exactly unconditional love is all about here. Okay. And you are showing up at a very specific time. And if you take a broader look at the world around us, we are seeing a world of being divided and filled with hatred and fear. And for a lot of us, this is what we're looking at. But for you to show up in this physical lifetime, you are the representation of what unconditional love is. Okay, you are what pure love is and what it should look like. Okay, you're teaching people this, and so I want you to stand in your power. I want you to feel and understand what your life's purpose is right now. Okay, this is one of the biggest roles you're gonna ever play in this lifetime, is to be the definition of what unconditional love is here, and how we share it and how we give it and what it looks like. I think the key ingredient here is you showing people what it looks like to come from a place of unconditional love. So I'm proud of you, and I want you to continue to stand in that beautiful light and sharing that beautiful light out there to out to the community, out to the your churches, with your friends, your families, and never back down, and never let somebody come through and pour a bucket of water on that beautiful light of yours, because we need you more now than ever. Okay. So the other question that came in is do my angels and my higher self, what do they have to say about me being gay or transgender, or however you're showing up to this crazy table we call life? What do they think about it? Well, again, because you have decided to come into this world, however you're showing up here, there there is no ego, there is no judgment. Nobody, our spirit guides, angels, of course, the universe, they're never in a place of judgment when it comes to us. Okay, so the only judgments that we're going to experience are the ones that we have here, or the judgments that we put on ourselves here. So I want you to remember that anything on the other side, there is no ego thoughts. There's none of that, okay? Because you're here in a physical body, taking on a very specific role, um, but you're also carrying a lot of labels, just like we all do. So I want you to, for a minute, just to kind of take a step back and just think of all the labels that you might have put on yourself, the labels that society has put on yourself. I have a few myself that I've slapped on myself over the years. I'm like this chubby white girl who has a hard time speaking in public, or even in her videos, like da 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 da. Like I have labels too. So one way to kind of gain some perspective of why you're here and the purpose that you're serving is to kind of just throw away the labels for a minute, okay? And pull them off one by one, and just imagine yourself almost like a lotus flower, and you're breaking open, and everything just seems to be one petal at a time, one petal at a time. Everything is breaking open because the essence of who you are is nothing but pure love, right? Because you are a child of God. You're the child of the universe, and the universe is really nothing more than love energy. So regardless of what kind of labels you're slapping on yourself, what other people have, slapped on there for you, you have to remind yourself and take a break from these constant labels, and just embrace and remind yourself that I am a loving being, and this is what I'm here to teach. I'm here to teach people how to love. So I want that to be one of the biggest takeaway messages for you guys. Nothing changes when it comes to your sexuality and spirituality, okay? You can always come to the table the same way everybody else does. I'm not sure why that is, that everybody feels like they're different in some ways. I don't want you to ever feel like you're different. I know it's probably because of course, the way society has programmed you. It is probably there's probably some old religious beliefs that you still might be carrying in regards to that too. But I want you to always kind of see the bigger picture. I want you to pull yourself out of those labels. Um, and just remember who you are and the purpose that you're serving here, because that is what's so much far important than anything here. Um, a couple of other things that I wanted to touch bases on was that, because there are some past life things that could be happening here. You could be righting your wrongs from any uh, past karmic lives, is what I'm saying. Is that, you know, I think that you will eventually come to the understanding that you are in the same boat as everybody else. You are the essence of love. You are a treasure of the universe, and I think this is the last time that you will ever be up against a more difficult challenge than you are right now. For the two specific to who actually emailed me in regards to that. Okay. All right, guys. So I do want to encourage you to never back down from being authentic to who you are here. Continue sharing this life, serving your purpose. Um, and if, again, like I was saying before, if you have any more questions or concerns or anything else you want to share with me, you can always email me. Like I said, you can drop it in the comments below, and we'll take it from there. I do want to take this little bits at a time, because it can get a little bit overwhelming, especially if you're still in a place of like trying to understand where your sexuality is, and where and how to just understanding what spirituality is, and of course understanding your sexuality too. So but the two sides of this, your sexuality and your spirituality, do go hand in hand, and they do fit perfectly. But it's just understanding who you are, um, little bits at a time. Okay, for some of you guys, you came across to me as somebody who's like trying to rip this off like a band-aid. But I really want you to take the lotus analogy and just removing things from yourself, those labels, a little bit at a time, um, because I want you to understand, I want you to kind of visualize this in your head, is that when it really comes down to it, you are a soul having a human experience, the same way I am, the same way your family is, the same way that your crazy neighbor down the road is experiencing it, you know. Except we all have different life lessons that we decided to take on this time, in different forms. So I want to elaborate on this, but I also don't want to keep rambling on and on and on. But those were the top two that came in for me, guys. If you have anything else you want to talk to me about, let's do it. Okay. I want to hold space for this kind of content, and I think it's very important, especially if you're standing in a state of confusion, a state of like, what is this? Why is this? You know, I don't want anybody to feel like they're being left behind here. Okay. Um, it's just a matter of learning and learning little bits at a time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there, guys, but I do thank you so much for stopping by just to hear this little, what I want to call like the beginning part of a very long joyous journey with you guys. um, and I guess we can continue this in other videos or however, you know. But this has been very nice, and thank you guys for coming to me and opening up to me the way that you do. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Like I said, I'm kind of rambling now because this is going on for too long. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you so much for being the biggest part of my heart. I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.